afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sidi and welcome to an informative speech on sickle cell anemia. Did you know that sickle cell anemia affects more people in areas of the world where malaria is or was common, and that individuals with sickle cell anemia is less likely to catch malaria? But did you know that in the United States, over 100,000 people suffer from sickle cell anemia every day? 1 in 500 African Americans has sickle cell anemia. 1 in every 36,000 Hispanic American has sickle cell anemia, and 1 in every black African American has the sickle cell trait. In the United States, 500 people die each year from sickle cell anemia. That is an approximately 41 people every month, 9 each week, and at least 1 every day. These statistics include Ozzy London, Tiffany Glasgow, and myself, who is currently carrying the sickle cell trait. Today, my intent is to inform you on information concerning sickle cell anemia. Most of the information I will share with you today came from Understanding Sickle Cell Disease by Miriam Broom, Hope and Destiny by Alan Pratt. Today we will discuss, first, what is sickle cell? Second, the causes of sickle cell. Third, the effects of sickle cell. And lastly, the treatment for sickle cell. Let us begin by first describing what is sickle cell. Sickle cell anemia is the most common form of sickle cell. It is characterized by the red blood cells having a crescent-shaped appearance rather than its normal donut-shaped appearance. Normal blood cells has hemoglobin, which travels through blood cells and carry oxygen from the lungs to the various parts of the body. A sickle cell has abnormal hemoglobin, and which gives it its crescent-shaped appearance. It is stiff and sticky and forms clumps in the blood vessel, thereby restricting oxygen from reaching the organs and the muscles. The sickle cell operates abnormally, thereby prematurely dying and causing anemia. Our DNA has genes that carry information from generation to generation. When these genes are damaged, the information they carry is infected. With sickle cell anemia, it is the hemoglobin gene that is infected, and they are passed from parents to children through DNA. When both parents have sickle cell, all of their children will have sickle cell. If one parent has sickle cell and the other parent is normal, then all of their children will have the sickle cell trait. If one parent has a sickle cell and the other has a trait, then 50% of the children will have sickle cell and 50% will have the trait. If both parents have the sickle cell trait, then 2 of their children will have the sickle cell trait, 1 will have the sickle cell disease, and 1 will be normal. If one parent has the sickle cell trait, then 50% of the children will have the trait, and the remainder of the children will be normal. Individuals are affected differently by sickle cell, whether they have the disease or whether they have the trait. The effects of sickle cell ranges from mild pain to organ failure. When the sickle cell form clumps in the blood vessel, they restrict the flow of oxygen to organs and muscles, thereby creating chemicals which causes severe pain or organ failure. Our bone, which is responsible for creating red blood cells, has to work harder to replace the damaged red blood cells. And when oxygen is restricted from this area, it causes severe pain in the bone and joints. In 1973, the lifespan of a person with sickle cell anemia was 14 years. With modern medicine, that has changed. It is 42 years for male and 46 years for female. Treatment for sickle cell begins with proper nutrition and a moderate intake of fluids. There is but one cure for sickle cell anemia, and it is bone marrow transplant. However, bone marrow transplant is very expensive and may cost in the upper 200s of thousands. And there is a 10% chance that a child will survive bone marrow transplant due to rejection. The Sickle Cell Center of Atlanta records that N3 fatty acid or fish oil reduces coagulations. Hydroxyurea and hemoglobin F reduces hospitalization, severe pain, and blood transfusion by 50%. At this time, Tiffany Glasgow is receiving such treatment and is living a happy, productive life. However, this is not the case for Ozzy, for he died before he was 4 years old. In conclusion, we have discussed what is sickle cell anemia, the causes of sickle cell anemia, the effects of sickle cell anemia, and the treatments for sickle cell anemia. In closing, I leave with you this quote. Biblical scripture states that many will perish for the lack of knowledge. I hope that we are now armed with sufficient information regarding sickle cell anemia. It is my prayer that it will make a difference. By Aaron J. Johnson, a board member of the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America. Thank you for your attention, and I will be in the foyer for a question.